with y'all bitches
The
were.
one
We
in
had a
New
good time.
Jersey.
Oof. Okay. Shoot. I'm gonna get this stream where it needs to go, then we'll get started. Okay, well, I have you guys muted for the moment, but I'll unmute you guys. I'm sure you can be civil.
Actually,
And
apparently,
another thing. Good.
one of the fuckers in
Apparently,
my job has been watching the last like 2 or 3 weeks now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He wants to get into it, but he doesn't know anything about it. Doesn't or groups. I suggested, you're gonna learn, just and watch. I didn't really think he would, but now apparently he's been watching it now. The past 3 weeks.
Is he invested? Like, is he talking to you about the choices you're making?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Is he talking to you about like the choices you're making and stuff?
He's right now. He's just asking questions.
Okay.
First week, was just kind of trying to figure out who's who, and then he's been asking a lot of mechanic stuff, which has been a little kind of convoluted with me and the whole patron switching. But
Oh, because you did a not normal thing.
right, yeah, this isn't really how it goes.
Okay, let me get the dice rolls up and running, by the way. Okay, verify.
Oh yeah, her brother's also a topher.
he is not. Yo, don't do this.
Yo,
Don't
listen,
do
if you're not gonna say it in the Chris Reddit, don't say it to me.
I don't know why I keep trying to front like Topher's such a bad name.
Ask it in the Chris Reddit. Don't ask me. We've had this conversation before. If you're not gonna do it there, you're
I'll
not
ask
willing
you
to
the
stand on
Topher Reddit.
business.
I'll ask in the Topher Reddit.
Honestly, though, at this point, if the person you're talking about is not a super intelligent underage house servant,
House servant?
the name doesn't apply anymore.
Oh, our guy.
What guy? Topher.
The one you employ.
When you say that name now, like that is what immediately comes to mind now. Like,
And
there's-
honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
not a
last
nickname for this
session-
anymore. It's
Well, yeah, last session actually made me put a little bit of respect on Topher's name, just the way that he's been moving out here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right, I don't hate you anymore.
Okay, the dice rolls are not wanting to work, so I may have to.
You putting in work. Topher be putting in work. And that's what Tophers do. Topher's put
Name one other Topher in history.
Grace.
Who?
What?
Grace.
Topher Grace.
What is that? Who is that?
You never heard of Topher Grace? Interesting.
That doesn't tell me who it is.
That's the bull. That's the bull from that '70s show. I thought Eric Foreman.
Is that his
Oh.
name?
Yes, it is.
really
He's been on more recent things. I'm trying to think of what though. That's what I was
The
like,
least
All right,
popular
so you
version
guys
of
made
Venom.
it seem like it was just me that didn't know it, but it was honestly just you two as a couple that knows it. So
Well, no, now that you
that's
mentioned it, I am aware that that's his name. He just doesn't do anything anymore. So
You
I
didn't
feel
know
like he's done something recently. Wait a minute.
last thing I can remember, he was on a TV show, I think, that was mildly successful.
Oh, that 70s show.
No, he was.
No,
Oh,
after that.
Oh, that 80s show.
Is he in that?
Yes.
For those watching, I swear we're gonna play D&D in a moment.
he's been in a couple things.
Nah.
Yeah, we just named 2.
You know, Heretic,
No,
Black
man,
Panther,
Spider-Man 3.
Night Rift, Spider-Man 3, apparently Interstellar. Yeah, he wasn't.
Interstellar?
Right? Yeah.
Who is he in Interstellar?
Nobody super important.
No, I need to know now. Oh, was he?
Let me see.
Is he someone's boyfriend or something?
Hmm.
He definitely didn't go to space. So he must have been in the initial.
No, he was. Hold on.
He must have been working for the old guy.
Hold on.
Either that or a boyfriend.
I think he was in space.
No, because I mean everyone in space died, but McConaughey and what's her face?
I'm pretty sure
Unless
he
he
died. But he was like,
He died
wasn't he
on
the
water planet?
gravity guy?
Huh?
I don't
That's what
remember.
I think he was. I think he. I'm trying to check though.
So you have the black guy. There's McConaughey. There's the lady. There's a guy that died on the water planet.
No, he what's coming up on Reddit? He's a sidekick of Adult Murph.
The sidekick.
What?
So you mean the husband?
He's back on Earth. He's back on
I
Earth.
knew he was on Earth.
So he was when the daughter became an adult. He was like with her. He like worked with her.
That's what I was thinking about. I feel like that's her boyfriend, but maybe not.
I mean,
the
I
other
guess.
apprentice to the scientist guy.
Yeah,
I think that was her boyfriend. Okay. Little throwaway roll.
Not throwaway role, man.
We just had to spend like 2 minutes in a Reddit search to figure out.
To be fair, I really couldn't remember what most people's exact roles were. So.
Yo, but it was a Topher. He said name one, and I did. And now we here.
Huh. He did name a Topher. I suppose that's accurate. Did you guys figure out what things you want to build?
Find me one person who looks at that Topher as a legit role model, or could say that yes, I want to be like that person.
Now, who said anything even remotely similar to that? We just said
look at
the
this- look
person.
at this-
No.
Trying
That question we asked the
To give
kids.
validity.
We never ever said
Moving
such
of the goalpost.
No,
Wow.
we asked the kids. Like the kids fuck with Topher.
What, in game?
Oh, we talking about in-game?
Yeah.
Well, Chris is in game. That
Shit,
is out of
shit.
game.
That was my whole point. Like, okay, you got fucking whatever from that 70s show. Name another Topher.
It's not. That's,
Come on, bro.
That's not a flex.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
70
Like,
shows.
well, that shit had a run. It had a run.
I'm sure he's not wanting for money unless he wasted all his money, which he might have.
But name another Topher.
There are no other Tophers. That was it. That's the whole list.
There is
Yeah,
only
it's him and our guy from D&D.
Yep. Okay. I don't think D&D Beyond's extension is going to work today, but that's okay. I'll just pull it up and view it manually like a layman person.
fucking plebeian.
Right? What am I even doing
Peasant.
here? Okay, so I don't think Pi is going to work in the next 5 minutes, so let me just get the D&D Beyond rolls up on a different screen and we'll get started.
We're in the trenches today.
Yeah. Living rough.
Fuck, I gotta grab my notebook.
Okay, game log. Okay, got it. Okay.
Hey, Chris. He's listening now.
Oh, hey, other Chris. He has
Other
to be
Chris.
other Chris because he's.
Other Chris is crazy.
Well, it's either that or Topher, and as we've discussed, no one wants to be Topher.
Lord.
Okay. Good morning once, good morning twice, good morning enough times to get things right. This is session 75 of the Worldbreakers campaign. We rejoined the Ugai on first day, Memor the 1st, though we are settling down for a long rest, so that day will be changing shortly. Last session, the Ugai jumped in, put on the investigation hat as they remembered the core plot of the campaign and decided to do some research. Employing their employee Topher, I'm not really sure what his job title is, but giving Topher some directions on investigation, to start figuring out what he can find from his end on any long forgotten historical landmarks within Escalation. Talking to a few of the guilds to see if they have any information for you. Getting rewarded from Relcurus's guild for the work you did keeping the King of Craghammer in Craghammer successfully, as he will be using his influence to bring whatever meeting of world leaders to Craghammer itself instead of having to go out. You were paid a hefty sum, 700 platinum for that, which you have added to your coffers. You met with the representative of the guild, the last call, and put in essentially an order for information regarding potential happenings in Escalation. You were a little vague about what may be happening, but you gave him enough to go on. And enough for him to be slightly suspicious you may destroy the city. But you have a few different leads in the work. You've all given them various timelines, but most of them you've asked for a return of information in the next 4 days or so. I believe you gave Topher the longest time to come back with information. You also met Christoph, who was manning the front desk while Topher went to run down some leads.
Lord.
And
Obsession with that name is insane.
And had a fun conversation about the unhoused youths, although they have a roof over their head. But you all made your way back to your home between worlds to find 3 buildings that are being constructed. One being Harry's, another being Relcurus's, and the third being a large, almost guild hall for you all. You had a conversation with Harry. You met Bob, the spirit of intellect, and asked him for some information about the potential of the city rising and where a control room of sorts, as Bob described it, would be. He was able to give you 3 potential areas, though he's not sure exactly which of the 3 would be correct. But you have that information, you have the other information that's in the works, and whatever else you can find in the meantime. You guys were going to get a room built, but I don't think you decided exactly on which one to make first.
I think we said the library, because we
The
asked
library's going to
Harry
be first?
to
Yeah, I think it.
man it.
You did not ask Harry to man it. You
We
guys
definitely
talked
discussed it.
you guys talked about amongst yourselves maybe asking Harry. But you have not
I
asked
swore
him.
we asked him about it.
That is true.
Wait, what's true?
What's true?
That we
Yeah, I
talked
think we
about
got.
asking him to make.
Oh, we didn't actually say. Oh, right.
Yeah, you got sidetracked with Bob. And
Bob was-
we even need the mana library. Library, need 1 hireling. I mean, yeah, you could do that. But no, you have not asked him yet, but technically he could do that. If you are going to utilize Harry, You're gonna have to pick a lane for him. You're not gonna be able to bounce him to every single room because if he's not in that room, it no longer would work. So keep that in mind with hairy things. But beyond that, you all were going to settle in for a long rest, I think.
No, we knocked on Rocurus's door and we're waiting for him to.
Correct. Oh, you guys just went over to see your new location, and you're waiting on Rocurus to show up. Okay. Well,
Yes.
let me give you guys. We'll pick up from there. I'm going to show you. I've gotten the trees out of your house, so you can kind of get a look for
Nice.
the design of it. So we'll start with that.
Nice.
So it's pretty spacious. They put a bar in it, though you'll have to see about kegs and wines and such yourselves. Got a nice large fireplace, bearskin rug they got from somewhere, and a bunch of chairs. There's a map on the wall of Alestria. Got a bit of a dining room, meeting room area. There's a guest room downstairs if anyone would want to occupy it, or use it as a bedroom. However you all want to fill the place out. They got a kitchen. There's a little map room for planning and such if you want to use the map table. Just a couple different things, storage, and then there's rooms upstairs. There's 1, 2, 3,
Where's the crack?
four bedrooms on the second floor and 2 on the top floor. Based on the design of the house, it got a little tight on space. But there's rooms for everyone.
I want a room in the front with a view of the, or a view towards the group. Yeah, the little that.
Okay.
What do you call that?
Put me on the top.
Our little village in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put me on the top floor.
Okay. So
I think the little basement guest house that nobody claimed it.
There's a basement guest house?
He says a basement
there's a
bedroom.
first floor guest house. There's a first floor room.
Go
So
for it.
That's the one he's gonna take.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. But as you all get your tour of, walk around your new space,
Mm-hmm.
you're there for about 10 or 15 minutes before there's a knock at your door and Bob walks in. Hey, Rocurus is here if you guys want to talk to him. Hello?
Yeah,
Me, yes.
Yep. I hang over the balcony. Hello, Bob.
Whoa!
Yep.
You're up there. I thought you were down here in the first floor. You're upstairs. On
Yep,
the...
that's me.
Why did you assume that?
I haven't been in your house yet. I didn't even know there was a second floor. I mean, I guess now
Okay.
I'm looking at it, I can see it, and I probably
Yeah.
should have put that together. But
It's
you don't
okay.
make assumptions based on the outside of a building. You gotta go inside to know for sure.
Kind of deep.
Unnecessarily so. Okay, we'll be over.
Righteous. And he walks back.
Oh, man.
I imagine it's been over an hour. I'm going to recast Enhance ability before I go speak with Ralcurus.
Yes, it has been over an hour. Okay. So you
I don't
guys,
remember what I wanted to talk to him about.
I don't know what you guys knocked on his door for either.
Cool.
Spyrak knocked on his door. I had asked him a few questions about what him and his group known about my captor. got all funny and asked me to
Yeah, I
wait,
remember that. I remember that.
and you would
part.
have answers for me next
Later.
time that we spoke. Yeah.
Didn't
I
we
think
say
the-
we'd also ask him about the wall? Something about the wall rising too. Sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
I was supposed to say, I believe the group at large wanted to ask him about the city stuff outside.
Like when we actually went in there, that was the kind of introduction that we made. Lyrax said that he had a meeting on personal grounds.
We will let me get his token. If it's on this map, I don't know if it is.
At least that was the answer when they asked why we were here. Then we were asked to wait till we got there.
Curious token. Curious token. Okay. All right. So as you guys round the corner, Real Curious is just relaxing on one of the comfy chairs. He says,
With 2 crossbows pointed at us?
I was about to say, we might
That's-
need
that's
that
the token, guys.
alternate token. Like, that's insane.
I may eventually download another token. They're not free, guys. Okay, so changing the way
Yeah.
they look is there's a monetary cost to that.
You can always just let us know. I'll pitch in.
I was about to say.
Have crossbows pointed at us.
Okay, we'll do the other one if that makes you feel better.
No, it's all good. You explained it.
You sure? 'Cause there's two. The other one, he just has the crossbows in the air. If that makes you feel better. They're not putting. I'll get the other one. I feel like you guys are uncomfortable with this.
Other
I'll
one
find.
Capson.
I'll find that as we talk. He said. So he says, "Hey, Ugai, heard you swung by the guild hall. Got your pay?
We did, thank you.
Good. Glad we got that all squared away. Well, that's not a lot. We're gonna go with the crossbows pointed at you.
Yeah.
This one's a little.
He looks like a wild.
That one's a little involved.
He looks uncivilized.
Well, he was in the midst of
Kid,
heavy magic at that time.
I remember that time.
as we saw. Yeah.
Yes. Funny. Okay. He sits back in the chair and says, "Well, I'm glad you got that settled. Not to. Is that what you knocked on the door for? For the money? Because
No.
knock first and then go. Oh,
No, there was a couple other things.
okay. Sorry I didn't come right away. I'm a little busy organizing a trip to Craghammer, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So, you had questions for me?
I believe we wanted to speak on the walls briefly.
Oh, the cities. What about?
Yes. Well, I believe we've received a little bit more information. We thought you might be able to possibly shed some more light.
Oh, right. Oh, so you all have done some research now. Just a few days ago, you
Yes.
hadn't really done any.
We've tapped into, first of all, that tone. We've tapped into some.
Hammer kept us very busy.
How do you know
I-
what we've been doing? Are you
I-
watching it?
I spoke with you not 2 days ago, and you didn't have any information on this.
What information do you have?
Well, I tried to tell you a few days ago, but we got off track with something else. I'm not quite sure what it was now, but it seemed very... Oh! The queen trying to maybe kill you in the area.
Oh, that's fun. What information, though, do you have? We can get to that now.
Oh, agreed. So, what do you have first? 'Cause I think I might have more than you. I don't want to repeat anything. Or should I go first?
You should go first.
This is making me think you didn't do anything, but what we should do is pocket and pull out a little book. I went to school. I know how these group projects work. And he says, "Well, as you know, maybe you don't know. My people have No, it's something different. Giants. We have been in Lestria for a very long time. My race of giants, while they weren't prevalent in Craghammer per se, or close to these wall cities exactly, they did value knowledge and information. So some of them, at least, have passed down orally a few stories about these cities, and some of their lesser known possibilities. One such that I was able to get out of one of the elders. It cost me a bit, a few trades, a few promises. That there was a larger intent when creating the what were smaller walled cities at the time. They had long since ended the dragon and giant wars I'm sure you all know all about, and had moved on to a joint venture amongst the they called themselves the mortal races. They weren't immortal, of course. They died eventually, but they lived much longer than you actual mortal people. At any rate, they had formed a bit of an alliance amongst themselves to fight some other foe, which the person I spoke to wasn't quite sure what that third party was. But they wanted to utilize the magic built into the walls as some sort of device or weapon against their enemy. No, I'm not quite sure if it would have been like maybe some kind of focal point trap within the walls. Maybe they could direct it at certain points in the land. I'm not sure how it worked. But the wall cities were points of coordination amongst the different races. And they were able, through the multitude of rooms, to control whatever this item, works of great magic, are. It seemed, from what I could track down, that for some reason or other it was never used. And there ended up being some type of, not quite conflict, so much as, how do I say, mortals rising up and genociding giants and dragons. So they didn't really get a chance to use it. And with them falling off the face of Alestria, the knowledge went with it. So, I'm still doing some asking. There are other elders. They don't like to talk a lot about the old days. So it's taking some doing, but I guess the key points, definitely a weapon, or some kind of great works of magic can be done with it. No idea what would even be targeted, or if it's just areas within that could be, I don't want to say attacked, but focused. So we still need to figure out the what. Definitely these wall cities work in concert with each other. And as that visage of the Maker told us down in the dungeon, fight for control of these things may spark off after the first city rises. As I'm sure you're all aware, with all of our races, when a whiff of power gets out there, everyone rushes to it. Regardless of knowing what it does, they will know it does something. That's what
I've never heard.
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I've never heard of such.
Which thing?
Greed.
Oh, I actually know a group by that name. They are terrible people.
So once the city rises, sure, we'll be in the room, but do we then need to have someone stationed there at all times, ready to defend it?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's a situation of once you have control of it, you keep control, or if control can be transferred, or I don't know how that works quite yet. The people I was able to talk to had never actually been in these rooms or seen them, so they don't know either. If it's supposed to be some sort of coordinated control over some large workings, I would assume that's not something they would want just anyone to be able to use at a whim. If I were making it, I'd have it limited access.
And you said giants built it? Who did you say?
I didn't.
You said a long-lived race. Sorry, which one?
No. It was built. The whole shebang was made in concert between the giants and dragons. I do not know which of those species, which races within those species, and to which magnitude the mortal races also helped. Mind you,
It would have been obvious. The giants would have stocked the rocks, and the dragons would have melded them together with their fire breaths. Huh, you morons.
I think you have a limited knowledge of. The giants are just like big people. They have a race, a splattering of skill sets. They're not just big. You know, there's archers, rangers, mages, all those things.
And people who have their crossbows constantly pointed.
I don't know what you mean.
It is the original level in the city. We've heard that it is the top level and people have dug down, but people who told us this do not always seem so sure that this is the case.
How do you mean?
Well, we've heard that the top level is the original level and people have dug down since. But when they say that, they say, or so we think.
You mean like the Undermine?
Yes, like the Undermine, the Undercity.
Even
The
just a
second
regular
level.
city.
Yes, the second level city.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble understanding what you're saying.
So there's the main. So it's like the main city, then there's the upper wall, then there's the undercity.
Yes.
The main city was not originally there, so we've been told. Just the upper city.
And then they built up, or they built
We stumbled
down?
upon this while looking for the location of the control room.
Then there's the
Intimately
lower
attached
city,
to the oldest part.
which is the lower part. That part was added. And then the undercity was added at some point, no one knows when.
I suppose that's very possible.
See, we have done our research.
Oh, yes, I hoped you had. You are quite the reliable group so far. If something like that were done, we'd be talking about great works of druidic magic. There's a lot of land you're talking about having removed. For miles, actually. Just thinking of my general adventures outward from escalation, there aren't any massive inclines to suggest that this entire landmass has been lowered. But I suppose there might be gradual ones. Never paid it much mind. What do you think, Druids? Could you do that?
Certainly, over time. And with powerful magic.
Oh, that's an interesting angle to track down, if that's important.
I don't know that. Wait, I don't think so. Is it? I don't think it is.
Well, we need to know where the room where it happens is.
We
understand
have some
the
ideas.
general location, yes, but it will be in the oldest part.
It will be in the. He told us either upper level or the middle of the Undercity. One of those two places.
He gave you 3 places.
Yeah. Two places on
Yeah.
the upper level and one in the mid Undercity. Yeah.
Rokura says, all right, well, we still have some time before escalation should begin to rise. There is... So I have a plan B. I want to run by you all. Escalation, as some of you may be aware, is quite the military fighting force, as it were. It is strong enough that none of the close nations have ever tried to take it. That being said, it's not exactly kumbaya here. There's, mutually assured no one can take our city, but it's not so much as raise a flag and everyone will rally. So, it could be arranged to have a number of people loyal to me in the city when it begins to rise, and we could strategically take parts of the city. That way, if we have not figured out exactly where this room is, we could at least have the options locked down.
You're talking about the military control of the city.
Not the whole thing. It would just be the strategic points. If we can narrow it down, that'd be better. It would draw attention, of course, to cordon off anything. But we get some leeway. We get some leeway, as I would pretend it was my guild doing something. So that's some leeway. They wouldn't know it wasn't guild related until we probably had the area pretty well cordoned.
And then what if you decide to screw us?
Then I do. This is going to have to be a very trusty thing here.
Yes, it will be.
I mean, this information, you all will have the information I have, so you could just partner with a different guild, I suppose, and try to kick our teeth in. But, if you all have a fighting force, we can use yours.
Are you suggesting to bring Riveria here?
No. I think I've mentioned before, I have not ran this up the ladder. I wouldn't be able to get that kind of backup without providing more information, and I'd rather not.
This is all. I do not want to
leeway.
nation war forces here.
No.
It's not for nations, and it's not a big problem to me.
No. I don't. Leaders of Riveria are well-meaning, but I wouldn't trust him with this kind of. We don't know what this does yet, and I wouldn't want that in the hands of them yet. Which, again, who knows what it does?
Above table, you're not a human, dog. You tried this 10 times. You're not a human.
Talking about the.
All right. Back in the game. Back in the thick of things.
Stupid. Man, what was I even saying? Yes, so no, we would not be talking about. This would not be the national power that I'm talking about. I do have other resources. I do have other things I've built. And since, we've all got that cryptic message, I've been working a little more on other avenues of resource. Because I can't stress this enough. I think we should keep this amongst ourselves as much as possible, because it didn't sound like it's going to be a good thing. Time may come we need to, rope in more powerful people than ourselves. But until then, I think we can handle it, right? You all feel okay with that?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
We've got some requests out for more information on the founding architecture, the blueprints of the city.
Well, that's a great idea.
So let's see. We should have those by week's end.
Okay. If
It's in 4 days, right?
Yeah, 4 days. Yeah,
Afford it.
a 4 day.
if I remember correctly, and he pulls out a different book, we have going to the calendar. Going to the calendar.
We have like 10 days left. days.
You may have a 10-day. Let me see.
Because today's still the first, right?
Today's still the first, yes. Oh, you go to Chronicles. Sorry, they saved this information in a lot of different places. There we go. Chronicles, that's my cool little big timeline. The Wall City rises on the 18th.
Oh, we have a lot of time.
Yeah, it's
Well,
He says, well, we have still 17 days to go, so we have quite a bit of breathing room. But that'll go faster than you think. And he puts that book away. Before we move on to anything else, might I ask about the elephant in the room? And he'll point to the house Harry has built.
Oh. Wait, didn't we ask him about that?
Yes, he said he
Yes,
wanted
we
Harry.
mentioned that Harry Dresden would be coming by.
Yes. I
Sort of
see
hiding
he's
out.
I see he's built a house.
Turns
Oh, you
out
said-
the hiding part is going to require some time.
Well, he said he wanted. You said you wanted him to stay here. If I remember correctly.
Sure.
You'd
I
be
didn't.
okay.
I didn't know it would be an extended. I have nothing
You
against
said-
Harry.
No.
I just.
Like, I'm just saying, right? From my recollection, you said as long as he is off the board, it is a good thing. And you want him to stay off the board as long as possible.
Oh, right. I
Good
forgot
thing.
about that.
No, these are good things. I'm just. Have you ever heard the old fable? If you give a moose a muffin.
Please.
Oh, no, absolutely. I fully expect him to cause as much bad luck, coincidental trouble as is possible in this small, isolated place. It's kind of what he does. But being that this
Yes,
is about as isolated as it can get, I'm hoping the trouble he can cause is minimal.
Probably. And again, you are correct, Fino. I did want him off the board. That is a. Well, this is what I was expecting to a degree. Just. How do I say this delicately? Look in on him often. Is all I would ask. Leaving
This does not
wizards-
have to be said delicately. What are you really getting?
Yeah,
I
please.
do not get it.
Let's just be clear here.
Don't leave wizards up to their own devices. That's a very, very powerful mage in there.
Understood.
While this is currently an isolated area, we don't know anything about it. And that man has many enemies.
We know.
Oh, we know.
Enough.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I said I'm taking it.
No, we do.
We've seen him. We've seen the bullshit that he has brought on himself.
All right.
It's been brought
Just-
upon us. And then,
And he adds more, like, weekly.
You know
That's been-
how you mentioned that we didn't get a whole lot accomplished in the last week?
Yes.
I present to you Harry Dresden.
Okay. Fair enough. Just
Problem after problem after problem.
if it's all right with you, I'm not going to tell him where I'm from. I would appreciate you did not either. I do not know his relation with my nation.
Because that's fair.
Okay.
It's just fine.
All right. That's all I had. So I'm just, he's a scary guy.
Harry?
Yes. You have,
Fucking weirdo.
huh. I've heard a lot of stories about
We got a
the
little odd,
Harry Dresden. None of them are good. No, none of them are
Very
good.
humanizing once you get to know him.
He's a
He
bleeding
wears a
heart
weird
liver.
coat all the time, regardless of the weather. But other than that, I mean, he's.
The Duster of Death, I've heard it called.
Alrighty.
Oh,
The
I
what?
don't know. Duster of Death.
Duster of Death is caked with so much blood it's turned black.
Oh my god.
Part of it may be his own.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
We've seen
Definite-
him down more than once.
definitely.
Well, okay.
am I supposed to be naming my
This
cloaks?
has got to be Chris.
You don't name your cloaks.
I have not. I didn't know.
Slyrak.
Catherine like holds her vest, the vest of vengeance.
He like picks up the cloak.
I'm sorry.
Jerry looks at Slyrak like, Slyrak, how could you?
How did you? Oh, why didn't you tell me, Jerry? It's been weeks.
I didn't know. I don't have a cloak. I'm invisible.
It's been weeks.
Wraps of wrath.
That's funny. And, whew, real courage guy shakes his head, laughing a bit.
Mm.
Oh, I really do enjoy you all's company. Okay, so anything else? Because I do need to get back. The Craghammer thing is going to be ooh. And I do
Yeah,
have a few
while you're
contacts there.
Can you just take the temperature, see how they feel about us not showing up for our ceremony? Just see if
Ceremony?
we should- Oh, you know, we're just
Whole
champions,
disc
you know.
champion thing.
Oh, congratulations! I don't know if you told me that. That's awesome. You didn't go to the
Oh,
shit.
ceremony.
Well,
It's kind of a
got
big
kind
deal.
of hot and heavy. You know,
very
higher
very hot.
interest in.
Okay.
Which disc did you win on?
Was it two?
3?
Three.
It's just
A couple.
Disc 3.
There's 2 or 3.
It's
Oh,
3.
three?
It was
One of
3.
them. I don't know.
why do I want to keep saying this too?
Me too.
I do, you guys live on disc 2.
Yeah,
That's
the tank.
where
Oh,
the tank it is. So that's where you guys spent a lot of time. He said, "Oh, 3. They haven't had a champion in a while. I'm sure they're very eager to feel good about that."
Well, I mean, okay. So,
Listen,
let's just put this out there. Say you win on a disc, and then you steal something from the
well,
arena.
first, the winning fight
I'm sorry.
is getting murdered. Let's start there. Civilians, spectators get murdered in the street.
Yeah.
You
You
still
all killed people?
No, he didn't murder the people.
We did not.
I don't know what you call
Like a
He
rival
opened
kind
someone
of
off in
showed
the
up.
green room. He took over, started sending golems in, also blasted through people to get away from me because I was chasing him because what the fuck? Then we killed him in the street.
Oh, wow.
We
No.
Yeah, there was like a
came back to
whole.
collect our prizes.
No, 'cause all that kind of blew over.
Fino robbed
Don't
somebody.
forget, we
Shield
ended up
list.
at OG's house.
That all blew over.
So yeah, so I think most of that blew over. It's the fact that we might have robbed some people at the arena.
He
Or-
gets
By
up
some
and he
people,
gets a
the
drink.
arena itself no
Yeah,
longer
It's a
has
safe
prizes
space,
to give
right?
out.
You robbed the arena. So when you say that,
Oh.
you mean you like took
We
stuff
took a
out the green
bag.
room?
I mean that they no longer have
Well, we took
prizes to give out except some books. Okay.
We took a bag, and that bag happened to be a bag of holding with everything in it.
Lots of items.
You
Not everything,
took,
Tyra.
you took the prize pool for this 3.
Do you smell the peppermint?
This is a safe space.
Allegedly.
This is by definition a safe space. Yes.
Okay. Just-
Wow.
We just want to make sure this information won't be leveraged against us outside of this.
That's what they were saying when we left.
That's what they would say. Okay. Let me
Or
ask
at
a
least
follow-up
someone
question.
told someone we had a day to bring it back. We ignored it because we had dealings with the king and
You
queen
were-
of family.
You
Whatever.
were given a deadline and you missed it.
Missed it.
I mean-
ignored it.
Ignore. I was
Didn't
never
care.
going to.
I sort of denied the whole thing. And yeah,
We told the king that someone was demanding something ridiculous. He said, people do it all the time. Ignore it.
We did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this was some kind of well-planned heist where they're aware the item's missing but have no idea who did it. They like shout a random message at everyone who was there, or they know it was you.
They probably think it was us. I mean, they had no clue at the time that we took it, but they have reason to believe it's probably us.
So
It depends when they
I don't
realize
think they have any evidence, but if they have any sort of deductive reasoning, they're probably pretty sure.
Oh. Are you all aware that this
Oh, God.
like not every arena doesn't have their own prize pool. It's one
Get one to
prize pool.
Jesus Christ.
You all found
So we're
that
never going
this-
back to Craghammer.
Stop, yo, stop.
Craghammer does not exist anymore. And,
No, if I mean, there's one person in charge of it. So, I guess in theory there's only one person mad at you, but
Ay, Dios mío.
they have quite the reason to be mad.
Oh, no.
Are they bigger than us?
Are they bigger than? I could ask around. I'm not quite sure who's exactly in charge. I don't spend all my time there. I'm not exactly sure.
So, in short, I will never return to Crackhammer no more and more and more. There's a big fat policeman at the door.
You all do not believe in half measures, and I respect that.
Oh my god.
Was
Guess
it-
who just let me know?
Was it at least a good haul?
You can say
It wasn't that impressive. It was, but it wasn't.
I thought it was impressive.
To know it was for all of Craighammer, and I'm a little disappointed.
Well,
I mean,
not
yes,
all,
it's-
just disc 3. There's so. I mean,
Well, that's what I thought.
Oh, I think it was a
Then we
pretty
just
decent
are-
haul.
Only 1/3 is bad.
right. Wow.
Oh my god.
We deserved it. Yeah,
We deserve.
we were owed.
On the bright side,
deserve it.
Oh my god.
whoever is in charge, there's a decent chance they're not spreading the information. That would ruin them professionally. So you may not have like an open
Even if
arrest
like
warrant or anything.
the king and the rest of the disc had reason to like hate us low key directly,
Why would they? What'd you do to them?
you know.
We just like
They tried to pin a fire on us.
Sportsman's policy.
he grabs another bottle and sits down with it.
You once you piss someone off, you piss all of them. You know, we just
You know, we
go
may
with
or
that
may
vibe.
not have embarrassed him directly in the street in his
It was
face,
that-
but
Bureaucracy, you know?
you know. But,
I
you know.
mean, I know enough not to ever be a problem for them.
Oh,
Well, apparently we piss off everyone we can as much as we can.
Wow. Okay.
I must say it's just Katsura and Slider
Catra,
and Jerry. These three, they don't know how to stop.
Catra, I didn't do any of
Jerry.
any of the things that we are currently discussing that may have put us on the wanted list for an entire nation.
Neither did
Yes, you did.
I.
I'm always
I
jolly.
can.
I'm Jolly Jerry.
I'm going to be in Craghammer soon, so I can put some feelers out to see what you're really looking at.
That's about Jolly Jerry.
That's fine.
Wow. And anything else I need to know about you all before I go back there?
It's just know that like a lot of things could have happened. Just
They
be open
coincided
to
with our
anything.
stay.
Anything. Just be open to the possibility.
Okay.
Also, if people are, if there's a lot of tree saplings on your way in, just don't even think anything about it. So,
Tree sap.
Oh right. Right.
What do you mean? Oh right. What?
All good. What do you think about it?
Tree saplings burned and then drowned
Wow.
communities.
No. See,
What?
no. Well, Kurt, you need to calm down, okay?
I need to calm down. I'm overreacting.
If you hear the Queen of Fowls demand to know our location, like, listen, none of this.
Queen of Fowls. I thought we handled the Queen thing.
I'm just
Correct.
saying.
You guys didn't do that correctly? I thought that worked out.
No, we did. But now Harry's gone and we suddenly disappear. I just want to make sure that, she might not we don't want to circle
Oh.
back to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably like
Ooh.
you're not the favorite person in the world.
Why is that, Slyrak?
Honestly, I'm still figuring that out. But yeah, so rude that she felt the need to take over my body fully and walk me around like a meat puppet, which I did not enjoy.
You tried to feed my
That's-
mom.
She
Yeah,
stabbed
she
him in the leg and wouldn't let us intervene.
Yep.
She had him stab him in the leg. It was awful.
She
Shit, man.
didn't like how I talked to her.
I mean,
Okay.
Unbalanced.
Okay.
it
So,
was a bit dramatic of a
What?
response.
what I'm hearing is you all never need to operate above street level. When you poke your heads up, for some reason, you piss off people in power at a scope that does not make sense for your level of influence.
I just want you to know we had all good intentions, okay? This all started. We were just trying to save the
But
city.
you
from some
understand that's
gold.
worse, right? That you were trying not
No,
to do these
you know,
things and you
wait.
did it.
When she says we all have good intentions, Philo puts his head there, looks at the girl, just shakes his head. No.
No,
I just think we should get back to the main point here,
Like-
which is, just
Oh, we.
the tree saplings are it's normal, okay? It's supposed to be there right now. Okay?
Oh,
Tree
you know
saplings.
what? Okay.
That's the least of
I'm
the
just gonna
things.
ride. I'm gonna ride this runaway cart. I'm
Oh,
on
actually, though, wait. Important note about Crackhammer.
board. Oh no.
No, it's been like invaded by changelings. That's actually very important to note. From the Feywild.
Oh, okay.
And Nora is a changeling.
Yeah, and one of them
No.
became me.
We had nothing to
Wait,
do with
wait.
this.
No, hold on. Slow down. You've told me that part because you thought Nora
all
was
just
a
happened.
traitor or something.
Uh,
Okay. So wait, I didn't realize how many changelings came. You said
a
like
lot,
a lot.
It was like
Yeah.
in the 20s, wasn't it?
at
Yes.
least.
And we
We
killed
were
a few
just
of
in
them.
the area, yeah.
We killed a few of them, but
I
we
did
did
Only
not get them all.
That was
I
just
thought
the
you
first-
killed all of that came over. That was. what I did.
No,
No, I mean,
no, we didn't.
while I like murdering, we did not
We
get
can't
to
just
them
go
all.
through murdering people.
It sounds
You
like
should
that's
check
what
around
you
Harry's
do,
house.
though.
No, it's not. It's really not. To be fair, it's not what we do.
No.
To be fair, you
It's
just
no,
ran
no, no,
off
no,
like
no, 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 no,
5 murders to me in like 2
Listen,
seconds.
is that even really important right now?
And your ad
The
extension.
changelings are probably going to be by Harry's house.
Check your extensions.
So, just so I have my kobolds in a row, you are telling me that there are at least 20 so changelings that have infiltrated Craghammer for dubious means and intent at the same time that we've just orchestrated for the world leaders of Alestria to go to Craghammer.
Oh, how about that? Oh shit!
You love
Well,
that?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
and now that you mention it, most of them, pretty much all of them, came back disguised as war veterans, like soldiers.
Oh.
Well, Nora should know who they are.
bottles.
Nora
Oh,
knows who they are.
distinguished guest.
Nora will tell you.
Nora should know who they are. She kind of was facilitating their thing.
If I'm picking up what you're putting down, Nora will know who they were, but they're changelings. So
Wow!
glug glug
Correct.
glug glug glug. Okay.
That's crazy.
He shakes his head.
And then Fino goes and grabs like a bottle of whiskey off the shelf, and he puts it in Walker's back. It's like he puts it in his pack. Says, "You're going to need this one. You just take this one."
There can't be more. Tell me that's all the information I need to know.
Oh, I mean,
Probably not.
I think
no.
so.
Alex, there's one
Take
more.
those.
It's a lot of things happening.
Slyrak,
but
what's the more, Slyrak?
I apologize. I don't have all of the details. However,
Okay.
the matter that we spoke of last,
You're going
we
to have
spoke
to
of it. We
remind
did so in
Oh! Wait, I remember something else. Go ahead, Slyrak.
I no longer wish that to be a private matter. Seems recent events may have put us in the direct radar of my former captor. If you do have information, I would very much appreciate it if you would share it with all of us.
Okay. I do not say this to be rude in any way, shape, or form, Slyrak. I'm the only Relcurus you know. You're not the only group of random individuals that I know. So you're gonna have to refresh me a little bit more than that. What are we talking about? Where are we talking about? Who are we talking about?
My former captor. When
Captain. You a captain?
the memory release happened,
Okay.
I received,
You saw
Memory.
something you shouldn't have seen.
indeed,
That's what we're talking about.
I agreed to wait. I apologize if it has not been long enough, but recent events has pushed the timetable on that up considerably.
Okay. And this is going to be for the public forum, then.
Indeed, unfortunately, if my captor is coming for me, that now affects all of you guys. So they should know.
Okay. So why would they be coming for you?
Up until now, I had been able to continue a ruse that I was still in my cell. I'm no longer able to do that.
I see. Well, this is what I can tell you. Based on the memory you got back, I will say for the point of this, that you witnessed who we are going to say was the peak of Bavaria. Speaking with your captor, who happens to be quite an aged and well-practiced arcane user. More of a retired individual at this point, but still very dangerous, very well within her means to make life difficult for people. You witnessed her being threatened by the peak, and those threats having the desired effect. Because the peak has access to the knowledge that we giants have, he was able to locate where your captive was. He has some lines of trade, we'll call it, established there. So, that is quite the large secret in Alestria. It is not something anyone knows. In fact, if it's not fully, I don't think I've said it maybe, but us being giants is not a known thing. While I am, not the smallest person in the world, I am of comparison size to Goliath. Everyone just assumes I'm a Goliath. Unless
you
I,
are
of course,
suppressing
lit
your
myself.
true size.
Because I am what?
Suppressing your true size.
Correct. Because I have minimized myself. So, It is not known that giants reside in Bavaria, so keep that under the hat, as it were. Since it's not known giants reside in Bavaria, it is absolutely not known giants reside up there. So, if that shopkeeper is going to be pursuing you, it's very unlikely they would come themselves. I do not know a great deal about her. I could find out more potentially, but I have to do it carefully. It's not a place I have clearance to go. And it moves, which makes it more difficult to find.
I do appreciate your help. This is my mess. I would not ask you to put yourself at risk. If you are able to, would be appreciated.
Do you have any
Now-
means of not being found?
We do, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that would probably be your best bet for now. As I said, while she is a skilled practitioner of the arcane, she is not a practicing practitioner, as it were. I don't know. The feeling I always got from what I've heard is she's more book smart, less practically gifted. So there's always a chance she can't find you on her own. But that would just mean she could send someone.
Would you mind sharing who this person is?
I just know her as the shopkeeper. It's not really part of my purview. We do a lot of restricted information there in Riveria.
Sure.
This has slipped because of... I've done some digging based on the memory you told me you recovered, Slyrak. Because the person you described, we are saying was the peak, and I needed to figure out what that was you saw.
So you had to step away. So he wants his character to say, also Baez is now floating around.
What? He grabs the whiskey that Fino had brought over. Drinks some of that. Baez. Okay. Why is Baez's name coming up in conversation?
Hanging out with the king.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes. I know he resides in Craghammer at times. Well, why are you all mentioning his name?
Well, we saw him. He saw us. We spoke for a moment.
All right.
More like he spoke at us angrily.
Well, you're describing Baez. So that makes sense to me.
Well,
I am going to just take a shot in the dark and assume you mentioned Kaul.
one of us did, yeah.
Not by name.
No, I think it was definitely by name, but that's fine.
No, I think he only asked about the.
No, he definitely said
No,
Cole.
he said Kaul, yeah.
Oh, did
He
he?
said,
Okay.
don't say his name ever again.
Yeah,
So he
Baez was
definitely
like,
said
you don't know who
something
that is. He's like, I know you didn't just say that.
Oh, okay. I
More or
thought that was
less.
because he said the
No.
title, first disciple.
No,
No.
that's why
he
I got
mentioned
pissed off.
Kaul.
But I also remember one other thing that might be a little bit important since all the leaders of the world are coming. So there's
Come on, throw it at me.
a group planning to flood the entire city.
No, there's not. No, there's not. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not
And
what
the
you said
person,
to me.
somebody
just
who
now.
has organized it, like I'm certain she's probably dead in Harry's basement right now, but or on her way to being dead. But yeah, they plan to flood the entire city.
This is
Soon-ish.
Soonish. Okay. So let me just Wusa.
Oh, you're talking about the chick that we got into all that.
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
follow.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Barra.
Yes. He believes there is some sort of calamity coming.
So Illustrious
And-
demands a
In
stop.
order to stop that, her plan was to erase a large portion of life in order to balance things out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
They were
so,
going to do it with floods.
We didn't know that the whole. I mean, listen.
okay, so I just
Just-
want to make sure I understand these things correctly. There, on one hand, we have a significant number of changelings in Krakow.
Mhm.
For what cannot be anything good. On the other hand, there is a group of individuals who are going to flood Crackhammer, and
Mhm.
you feel very certain that's a thing that's going to happen. They're not just saying it.
No, she seemed like no, she wasn't just saying.
Okay, and the person who's doing this, you have killed.
No, she was a part of the group.
Oh,
Although she did seem at least higher up in the
Yeah.
plan.
But
We
she
actually
didn't
got
know
into a lot of shit
without
trying
her,
to keep.
the plans would come to a halt.
Yeah.
She didn't give that vibe, though.
okay.
I think
So,
they might slow down, but yes, they will continue.
So-
it's not like we didn't try to kill her.
so the
I mean, she's
person
currently dying.
she's done.
She's been without food or water for days.
Okay. So I'm going to say it back to you, and you tell
No,
me how
it's
it
okay. We-
sounds.
No, no. It's been
No. Let
take
me
a
let me
swig
just
Or the
let
whiskey
me just
this
say
time.
this part for you. You have information on an imminent attack on Craghammer to flood Craghammer. You had someone with direct knowledge of the entirety of the plan, and you starved them to death.
no. We did not. She was in Harry's basement.
Oh, wait.
Very powerful, and we had no way to move her.
Yeah, we
Okay.
tried to get as much
And-
information as possible.
So you know how to stop it.
No, she said there's no stopping.
Honestly, that's kind of why we left it. It was so.
I mean, look.
There was no more
Okay,
information.
listen, this is not our captor, okay?
Who
We
wanted, you
don't
to stay
have
there?
location
not our
of the group.
captive.
Who wanted you to stay
Right.
there and get flooded out? I love. Fuck.
Also, I mean, yeah.
There
Look,
cannot be an also.
no, it's just I do about the change thing. It seems like they were explicitly looking for hair. If that helps ease your mind a little.
I mean, but Venice looks beautiful this time of year, right?
Yeah, the Feywild hates it immensely.
No, I understand that Feywild hates Harry, but
They were like scanning for anyone who knew anything of Harry, and then well, the one that took me anyway. I don't know about the rest of them. Took me, became me, whatever.
okay. So,
Actually, also too,
there can't be more.
do you think that the Queen of Rouse was after Harry strictly because of her own hatred? Or do you think her and the Fae are working together?
Wow.
That was kind of a question to the group.
I'm
just kinda dawned on me.
gonna answer that first. Never say that out loud again. To even
She already
suggest well, her hating you and her nation cutting your head off are very different. To suggest a leader of any Elestrian nation is working with the Fae is tantamount to calling them a traitor to the world, which would
Oh shit.
obviously be an issue.
Mm.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not doing that.
Okay.
We also
There's a
killed
lot of
somebody-
reasons for a lot of people to hate Harry, so there's probably like legitimate other things.
Question: do you know somebody named Tana?
Tana.
Wait, is that the name? Is that who it was?
Tana?
Who had the Gillaveston? No.
No.
Jill Austin house. Who is it?
That's not Tana. Tana is Sam.
Who is
Jillian? Jillian?
Jillian. House of Jillian. Yeah.
Oh, in what context? Jillian from.
So like, if Jillian from the
Gillaveston
house of Jillian found out that we killed one of her, somebody who's supposed to come to her school, like, would she care or like not really?
Let me roll. Let's roll a history check for our friend here to see what he knows.
Just want to know where we stand at large. So not False, not Craig Hammer. Like, where else can we not travel? Where are we on the no-fly list?
He kind of smiles. Oh, okay. So you killed some recruits to House Chilian? Or
Well, she had sent this person a note specifically.
Maybe a master.
It seems like from her.
He was
from her-
trying to join her school.
It seemed like from her notes, she does not care about failures. She does not like losers.
But he was on a mission, right?
She does not like losers.
Yeah,
the way
that's true.
Generally speaking, the way Gillivesto works, even if you are invited or recruited, if you do not get there alive, they don't care about you. Whoever shows up with the invite is the one who goes in.
What if we killed somebody who she had
Whoever
working?
shows up with the
No,
invite
no.
is the one who goes there.
Remember the
Do you understand what I just said?
patron? I heard, but
Do we
Yeah,
have?
talking about Patrick.
I'm talking about patron now.
I do not give a fuck.
I mean, we killed Patrick, then we killed somebody
Do we have
else.
the invite still?
Which yeah, we have it.
Okay.
Gillivesto is not a place of hugs and rainbows. So
Neither are we, as you can see.
generally
But if I
speaking,
had
there isn't
an
much loyalty. Like if it happened in Gillivesto, it would be an insult to her house. It would need to be answered. If whoever you're talking about was not, directly advertising they are House Jillian, then there's nothing to worry about.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. And I say this hoping there's nothing. Any other things that I need to know before I go back to Crackhammer? Is it gonna
Probably.
blow up? Is there someone
That was
that's
an awful
gonna
lot of
just
information, wasn't
ice
it?
me right over? That was a
All of a
nonsense
sudden,
amount
it
of
doesn't
information.
seem like we didn't do a whole lot, does it?
It seems like you did so much of the wrong things.
I mean, but
Oh, one more
people are
thing.
not
No,
leaving
no, they can't
Crackhammer,
be.
and that was the ask, wasn't it?
Jerry,
Yes,
what's the one thing, Jerry? What's the other
The
thing?
king was hell bent.
Most of the Bippy hate us.
No,
Fuck the
don't worry about the
Bippy.
Bippy. The Bippy wants. No one cares about the Bippy.
I feel like there's something we're forgetting, but I can't. I don't know.
Please don't. There can't be anything else.
Sure, it can.
Did you? Let me just go worst case scenario. Did you piss off? I don't know, a vampire court.
That was pitch black.
Oh,
Oh,
Not to our knowledge.
there we go. There we go. So it could be worse, but it's not. Oh, okay.
Somebody, well, yeah, that's okay. That's fine. No.
I don't want to know. I feel like I'm okay not knowing. I have to deal with Feywild.
Just so you know,
incursion.
there is someone who has a spell to impersonate the king, also. So just be careful and make sure you know
What
who you're talking
are you
to.
talking about?
That
Oh
was,
yeah, yep.
What could you possibly mean when you say that?
there was a.
do you remember the guy that we got kind of ambushed in the
No.
fighting pit?
No, I don't.
We got
remember.
ambushed by like octagons.
What is an octocon?
Oh, you don't
Why
want
are
to know.
you
But
making
anyway,
man,
up words?
we were chasing down the
No,
person who
what
created the
happened?
spell to impersonate
What
the
happened,
king.
man?
You don't know us. You go in there, you don't know us. Our name does not bring good graces.
So,
On any level, not to the up and up. down
You
the
are-
low.
you are-
don't
you
really
are
translate
informing
the
me-
story.
there is a chance that the king may not be the king.
I mean,
A good chance.
possibly, yeah.
I mean, we're still working on it. It hadn't been perfected yet.
I mean, they wrote the spell out, so
My
I don't know.
head
There's a chance.
legitimately hurts right now.
I mean, they
Something
burned the
was-
forest
something
down.
had before headache.
Yeah, those crazy fuckers burn the forest down.
Listen,
See
listen,
those
you said
saplings.
this on a fucking crazy. I don't know why you didn't tell us Craighammer was just a bunch of unlawfulness at every
It's
turn.
not. It's a very
What
well
into a
Barely
burning
maintained
forest?
city.
It was wild.
We spent 45
We
minutes
need
telling you.
more direction and details
You
in our
need-
assignment.
Let
I
us know
was
if there are any
able to
caveats.
send. I sent you to a time loop, and you were more organized than a city. You beat a dungeon that hundreds of people couldn't. But
And we got the
you
king
go
to
into
stay.
Craghammer, and for some
We got the king to
reason,
stay.
you have
And
brought
he
the
really didn't want
apocalypse
to.
upon it.
We didn't have to deal with people in the dungeon.
We also didn't have anything to do with the flooding and all this. Matter of fact, we found out the plot of that. If it weren't for us, no one would have known, and the city would have been flooded.
And you know,
And the
I
people
don't.
that we did deal with in the dungeon, we got to kill.
Yeah,
You know
but
what?
most of this is
I'm,
just
Gary was
information we learned.
probably.
I'm not a hero.
We just
So
chose not to do anything about it.
I can't judge you on finding out about these very extreme, very clear terrorist plans and doing nothing about it. But do you all think you're good people? I just want to
I'm
get a
working on
temperature.
that.
I'm sorry, I feel like I'm being attacked now.
You're not.
Now I'm
You're
being
not-
attacked.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to get a pulse because we're also doing that other very big thing that has implications for a lot of people. And I'm just trying to see, do you care about people?
Let me tell you.
You know what? Actually, been thinking about that recently. We are very good people to those of us in our group.
I feel like I'm a good person, a little larger.
You are in our group.
A little. Listen, a lot of this was found because of two incidents. One, someone was crying. I asked why, and I said I'd help investigate. We found a lot of that happened was because of that. We found out the plot of the thing. We killed someone in the street. Lots of things happened. Also, there were golems killing civilians, and we stepped in. And then that's how we became, we embarrassed the king, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I feel like there's some good here.
You know what? That was an unfair thing for me to ask of you guys. We're gonna pack some of this away for later. I think is what we're gonna do.
Just because
I just like to say that I never.
might die.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna take out a bag. I'm gonna put some of this.
No,
away, okay?
I just want to get my turn, and I just want to say.
No, go ahead. Say some more stuff for me to put in this imaginary bag. Come on.
Never mind. Okay.
No, come on,
because
Jerry.
it
Oh,
needs to-
Jerry,
we
come on.
put it out here so I can unpack it later. I
Wait,
cannot
just
forget
tie
to
the
put it
bag
in.
up for a minute, real curious. Tie the bag up.
Let me just. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck all y'all.
This
No,
is a very
Jerry,
healthy.
I want you
No,
to say.
This is
no,
a healthy
no,
exercise.
I'm gonna say it now. I never cared about being a good person. I don't give a shit about any of that good people shit. I don't have any morals. I just want to have fun. I just want to be where the action is.
That's true. We have to often bring him in. Okay, put that in the bag.
I'm gonna put that in the bag. Let me untie it, open it back up. That's going in the bag. Okay. So let's just talk about what's
Some
not in
slack.
the
He
bag.
hasn't had a fight in a few days.
No. I listen. I get antsy too. So. Whoa.
Jared's just sitting there rocking.
So I'm going to go back to Crackhammer. I'm going to put some feelers out to see how much trouble you may be in for robbing Disc 3.
And other things. Just trouble in general.
Why would there be other?
I told you.
I'm just gonna see the general temperature on the Ugai in Crackhammer. I'll
Or if not you guys, some unnamed group. That also, like, if you hear that phrase,
Oh, what was the bar that we always went to?
he knows it. Nora.
the Overfield Tankard, yes, where you were staying.
Yeah.
Where I am technically still paying for rooms.
He set us up there.
Yeah. Keep doing that though.
Yeah, make sure you just check in there and see what the
Keep
word.
doing it. Yeah, we might need to pop.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Crackhammer. I'm gonna find out what's going on with you guys there and who hates you.
Make sure you hit the overfilled tankard because
I have someone that works there. I'm gonna make sure that's the first place I'm going. I'm gonna deal with, the world leader I care about going to Crackhammer, being safe. with the Fae thing and the flooding thing.
Just wait, some breathe underwater spells, just in
But-
case, you know.
No, so you understand that wouldn't help if, say, enough water to destroy a city fell, because the impact of that would
It depends
you
where
would be
you
breathing
are.
anyways.
If you're like closer to the top, just stay on like this one, and maybe
You're a giant. You'll be fine.
you know,
Do you?
just try. Don't maybe get on the elevators because they might stop working. I don't know. Just be aware. Have some
Oh.
teleport spells ready. I don't know.
Okay,
We have complete faith in you.
thank you.
If you see anything in the water, like the little lakes in between, that looks, that could be something to be aware of.
Okay. I
If you see
can.
something, say something.
If you see something, say something.
If you see something, say something. Any packages?
I can work with this. I think I can make this happen. I can pull out a win here. I'm gonna put this bag on my back. I'm gonna take it with me. I'm gonna unpack this later. Oh, absolutely. This is never leaving again.
Oh wait, didn't the Queen of Foss say something about a traitor? Because
Sorry?
of the rod that was at Harry's house, or no?
Rod?
I don't remember that.
There was a rod stuck in the ground outside
So-
Harry's house.
There was a rod stuck in the ground.
Oh.
Possessed Slyrak did pull that out. The Queen did
Or did she only say?
possession.
All right.
Yes, did say
Oh,
to
never mind.
Slyrak that there was a
Nothing.
traitor, that she knew who it was, and she was
Nothing,
very, very
nothing.
upset about the betrayal. But the rod being a thing is a thing, and it getting pulled out and snapped.
Yeah, but Casper wouldn't say that. It would have been a traitor thing. Oh, wait, Saeed said something about Adam Tech? Did Slyrak tell us that?
No, I
Adam
think
Tech?
I think Harry told us that.
Harry mentioned Adam Tech, I believe,
Oh,
Yeah.
but he
okay.
had
I don't
only
think
seen
Catherine
it
would have.
from being on the other side of the battlefield.
Catherine wouldn't have mentioned it if she didn't know about the traitor thing. So
Okay, I am going to assume that's everything. He begins to stand
Have a
up
safe-
slowly.
You should run before we remember something.
have
I'm
a safe
gonna-
trip. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk slowly because I think you're gonna say something as I'm leaving. I think it's gonna just be important, and maybe life or death. I don't know if you guys anymore. And he says, "Stay safe. I don't know what you're doing next. Find information. That's important." Wow.
We get the job done.
Oh.
Whether we
if-
burn an entire forest in the process or not, that's up to whatever.
You guys keep mentioning. Did you guys do the forest thing?
Have a great trip.
No, not here.
The forest
He
was
just
like
shakes.
that.
No
He just
forest is
shakes his
fine.
head.
It happened.
All good.
He just shakes his head.
Nothing more to add.
He just laughs to himself at
Just an
this
event.
point. All right, I'm leaving. If you guys have any ability to figure out anything that's going to happen next, do that. I don't know if you have gods or anything. Ask them. Anything would be helpful at this point because you guys just do a lot on me.
Just chuckle. God comment.
All right. Don't bring me
How
any
tall
more
are
bad
you?
news.
Wait, how tall are you? I'm very curious.
Like, for real? How tall?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Like unsuppressed.
That's a very personal question. And he
Is it?
goes to the door.
Wow.
I feel like he made that unnecessary. What do you got?
He must be a short giant.
Probably. That's weird.
Must be only 30 feet.
Wow.
That's the DM answer for I don't fucking know. I didn't think that far.
Thank you. What you asking me logistical questions for that I'm getting nailed down to for the rest of the campaign? Asking for numbers. Jeez, let me throw a monster at you guys. Um, okay. So you have given him a lot to fucking do. What would you all like to do next?
What did we don't have anything for a couple days till we get the stuff back, right?
Not really.
I have 8 hours of my book to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Finish up. Alright. We could probably use some rest.
Okay.
We could bring the
He's gonna
supplies.
go around town
library.
and see what exciting is going on.
Alright, so you guys are. Sly's going to finish his book. You guys are going to begin construction on the, or at least order the library to be built.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I think
thought
I already marked it down on the ledger. Let me make sure.
You may have.
was it also
I mentioned
the
it.
was it also the thing Fino asked for? Was it workshop or something?
I'm not sure you guys are doing both yet. If you do both, it'll slow down the progress.
Oh, okay.
So I think, how big was this room? The room
This one
was.
was 1,000
Roomy?
gold, right? I did
Yeah.
not
So
mark
the room is roomy. It typically takes 25 days, but we got some workers who don't sleep, though they do take downtime because they have a good work-life balance. Okay, so it'll take 17 days to build the library. We're
Okay.
taking a third off. Okay, and I think you did mark the gold off, Manning.
Okay.
So between now and the 17th of the month, you have to figure out who's going to be the hireling there, if that's going to be Harry or not.
Oh,
Although
I
if he is a wizard, I feel like the library would be the spot for him. Home is
he's
studying it.
maybe he can make us some scrolls. I wonder if we could ask him that.
Speaking of, Harry does kind of
Oh,
mosey
version.
on out and say, hey, your meeting done? I didn't want to interrupt. It didn't seem like it was for my ears.
Yeah, we're done. Mm-hmm. So,
Cool. Nothing. I was just hanging out. I'm gonna send Bob to kind of explore a little bit. I'm gonna summon my familiar Mister and let him grab a ride. And I should know a little bit more about the area, maybe tomorrow. I think.
I really don't want to hear about any bear orgies, Harry.
I'm sorry.
You told us about Bob. I don't want to hear about it.
Bob he's humanoid person.
I see.
Is more his swing of things. But I'll
Born
have him do a once around. And we'll see what we can see. But I'm gonna do that. I gotta go summon my familiars. Will take about an hour, but I'll put it back tomorrow if there's nothing else. You know, kids, stay out of trouble.
Hey, Harry.
Oh, yes.
Did your jacket have a name?
The duster?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I just call it the duster. I've had a few versions of it, but this one was a gift. It's my lucky duster. It's more of a title than a name, really. Why not?
Insect. Oh, hold on. 19. I think that's like a 24. Hold on.
Well, it beats him.
Okay.
So you get the impression that is what he calls his duster, but he seems like he's aware that maybe other people may have a name for it outside of what he calls it.
Is there any other names it may have bestowed upon it?
Not seriously. People try to. Not everyone's a fan of me, so sometimes they try to belittle me or discourage my name by, attaching certain monikers to me or my items. Because this thing it's got some enchantments on it, so it can stop a lot of things that come at me. A lot of arrows. Arrows can't get through this thing, so it gets a reputation, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So you said in the group chat he asked, we asked him about the library or workshop now. In the group chat. Catcher says, well, why not, I guess.
So what are you asking him?
I'm asking the group, should we ask him if he wants to work at the library?
Oh. Well,
Or Fino
do
was
we
asking.
wanna ask him now, or do we want to consider other prospects first? I'm open to either.
Do
Just
you
ask.
think we'll have other prospects in the next 17 days? We have to stay focused this time, guys. We can't.
Oh, I mean, I didn't realize how much we had actually accomplished in the last 5 days. So
Accomplished is a choice word.
Maybe.
I don't-
You guys have accomplished a lot.
I feel like accomplished is a rather neutral word.
It does not imply good or bad. It just implies
Yeah.
things happening.
Got some things done. Okay. Catcher says out loud, Harry, would you be interested in working in a library? Here.
Library.
We're having one built.
Oh. I mean, I could. It's not 100% where my talents lie, but I'm okay at research.
Are you a murder hobo? What are your talents?
I'm sorry?
No. Huh? What'd you say? What are your
I lean more towards the arcane as a wizard. Libraries typically don't focus on the arcane. They usually focus on base knowledge and information and history.
What about-
more what I use Bob for, really?
What if we wanted our library to be a bit more?
Pino says, what about a workshop? Pino says.
I'm very good with my hands. I built the house. I can knock a few things out. Again, not exactly my expertise, but I could do it. Yeah.
What about an arcane workshop?
Well, that is kind of my ball.
Yeah. Are you an enchanter?
I can. Yeah.
I think maybe that would be more up your alley then. Never mind about the library.
Okay. Here to be helpful.
We're also having a workshop built eventually. Phoenix
That's awesome.
says.
That's very good. It seems to be nothing but space and opportunity, so I fully support building this thing out. This is it's like on the ground floor or something.
Fino says Bob the Skull can run the library.
Ooh, not the best idea. Technically, yes, he could organize a library. He could, get information when needed.
Sorry.
I do not. He kind of is a library, though. I feel like there'd be less information there than he knows. Though,
Maybe he could vet the information.
he could. And it would probably be more updated than what he has access to. Let me
I don't know,
let me think on that one.
Best Dewey Decimal System ever.
I usually don't let Bob too far out of my sight, is the thing.
That's fair.
But we'll figure it out, I'm sure. But I'm gonna go get Mister up and running, and we'll get Bob and him to survey the land, and we'll go from there.
Casper's eyeing his duster suspiciously as he walks off.
Give me an investigation check real quick.
Oh, that is good. 1 second. Never have it up. Hold on. Sorry.
Where did your token just go?
17.
17.
Why did you disappear?
I'm looking for it. I don't know where your token just went.
She was comfortable on the couch.
She was. I think Harry killed you.
Seems like
The coat. So there
Did you ask
is
questions about my duster?
exactly. Mind your fucking business.
the duster. Definitely looks like it's been cleaned recently. It actually looks. It looks like it's been dry cleaned recently. It's been like seriously time and effort put into restoration and upkeep of this coat. You've never seen Harry clean it. It doesn't seem like Harry had any cleaning supplies with him. But it looks pretty immaculately maintained.
He's a murder hobo indeed. Our first fight with him, he power word killed somebody, so yeah, definitely murder hobo.
That did happen. Put it like that. But, okay. All right. Slyrak reading. The group kind of hanging out. We long resting it up.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What, did you have something you wanted to do?
Alright, is just gonna finish the book.
It's kind of early in the day, so
If-
that time.
So if there's time, he will sleep afterwards. If not, he'll just
There's definitely time that you can
take the exhaustion.
finish the book and get a long rest without issue, I think. You guys haven't done a ton today, so that's fine.
Mhm.
I guess at the completion of the book, at the completion of everyone else's long rest, then Clark will come over the group chat. Quite loudly.
I figured it out! Everyone, downstairs, please!
Catcher immediately goes down.
Fino comes downstairs. He runs.
Clark is downstairs at their little community table, I guess. And he has the Staff of Ages and the book on the table.
Mm.
Don't wait for me.
He doesn't look great because he hasn't slept. He has scribbled notes all throughout the book. He's even scribbled some on his hands and arms.
Buddy,
As everyone comes
about-
down, he's got a very cheesy sort of smile on his face.
My friends! Oh, yes. I'm sorry it took me so long. But indeed, the genie is gone.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
You all. It's us. Our experience. I explain. Fino.
And I
Yeah.
will use the cantrip to quickly pause time and walk behind him and unpause it.
You have taught me the importance and the skills needed to master infiltration. Cathra, you managed to harness the eldritch energy into a ranged weapon long before I. You teach it to me,
Yes.
Feely. I'm sure it took time. You taught me the ins and outs of Finral and how it works.
I pull my sleeve up, and there is a familiar in the form of snake wrapped
Okay.
around.
Interesting.
He's a snake with a snake. Okay.
And
It's like that
Jerry,
episode. Okay.
it's a bet. You all used to tease me for using the little weapons, as you said.
And he summons his packed weapon. This time, greatsword. Swings it around quite proficiently.
Seems we all stayed together for a very long time. Each of you have imparted in a bit of your wisdom on me. Allowed me to amass enough power in the future. Extend my reach backwards in time and supplant the genie as my own source of power.
What?
Are you saying you're your own patron?
The future version of myself. Yes.
What?
He is using the new mechanics from 2024.
Oh, no. It.
What the fuck is this, Lyrac? What are you talking about?
I'm not sure what to think about this. To be honest, how are you doing?
You sound
this?
like a crazy person.
You
the
all
staff is
are
that it?
and have been my only teachers. With studying things I know about each of you, using the Staff of Ages and its affinity, time, and reading this book, which I have clearly read before. I'm not sure exactly why I felt that this is necessary, or why it had to happen now.
Mhm.
The confidence I feel in our group has me certain that this is the outcome and my new source of power.
Well, how interesting is that? To be your own patron.
So what happens when you get there?
I don't know. I don't know how far in the future it is. I still have a lot to learn, and they will. I believe in small doses, I can look forward, get more details.
Will that require use of
New.
the staff?
No, actually. In fact,
He kind of slides it into the middle of the table.
if I am going to take the amulet and stay hidden from my captor, and someone else is going to have to carry this.
Well, I already have a staff. Maybe Feely?
Who wants this stupid stuff?
Maybe Feely? Can we put it in the
Maybe we can leave it here.
sack of have? Oh, yeah, maybe that might be a good idea.
Either leave it, or can we put it in the
wait.
bag of holding?
Or should we?
We can, however, if no one is attuned to it, cannot be used in an emergency to stop
Right.
or negate time.
Let's just say maybe Feely holds it for now, and then we'll see.
You can hold it. We're not going to tune him to it until he gets here. And
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
that.
I don't think we're gonna be doing too much else till we
No.
rejoin anyway. So,
Mhm.
interesting. So you become quite powerful. That's cool for you.
That has yet to be determined, but at the very least, my abilities have been extended.
So you want
The
to?
list of spells that I have that is now available to me is much more extensive than before.
So you are saying you're ready for your chaining ceremony?
What are you talking about? The amulet?
I'm sorry?
Stop calling it that. It's very uncomfortable.
What, the chaining ceremony?
That's not a thing.
Slyrek, it's time for you to give us a hot 16.
The hot
I've had my
16.
fair share of experience with chains and do not wish to have any more. Thank you.
So you do not want this amulet?
Perfect.
Give him the amulet, please.
Amulet, yes. The
He
chains.
wants you. He wants you
No.
to rap
So
16 bars.
Fino is
By the way.
as you've seen, Fino is a very flamboyant type person. So he takes the amulet off. You realize it doesn't look the same as it used to look before.
Oh my god!
It's like iced out. Like he's got it like extra nice looking, like it's a fucking gaudy ass piece of jewelry.
You are exactly right, Vito. It will not look as nice.
And as he puts it on, it would then appear on the other Slyrack that is produced by the Book of Displacement.
It is twice as nice.
Bars.
Bars,
Nice. There you go. You got your bars.
bars.
Okay. Anything else before we call it a night, folks?
I'm
Nope.
good. I'm glad I was able to tell you guys about the patrons.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Then
that is-
we'll roll credits there, guys.
Only two of us know.
Real.
Right, two in
Every-
real life.
Yeah, do in real
That's
life.
freaking awesome.
The group will be aware, but yeah.
So you're doing the clockwork thingy, right? Or whatever they call it.
I am the future self patron.
Wow,
Future self. Oh, so
That's-
they have that has to do with the chrono stuff.
really for you.
It
They-
was-
that is-
No, actually.
It's a third party class that was developed for a charity event in England,
Okay.
and I happened to stumble across it, and all the attributes just sort of clicked with what was happening to Slyrack, so
hmm
we started talking about it, and
So how long
like
can
you
you
said, we
pause
decided
time?
it was going to be a possibility. So
6 seconds.
cantrip is just like 6 seconds, and I don't have a whole lot of stuff I can do with it. The biggest one is once a week I can basically ask my future self about the outcome
Whoa!
a plan of ours.
Oh, that's dope.
I won't get like specifics, but get at least an idea if we're like on the right track, or if I don't hear anything at all back, fucking do not do that.
You talking about the dire warning one, Manny?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
So with dire warning, it's not asking about a specific plan. When you cast the spell, you will receive up to 6 words from your future self. That will either be a warning of a critical threat or pointing
okay.
you towards a future fruitful avenue. So it's pretty much just like a ping to see, hey, is anything really fucking bad about to happen? Or is anything good that I should be doing instead? So instead of you're not limited to having to ask the right question with this.
Okay, guys, that's good.
It is just getting. It's like, hey, is there anything I need to know right now? Essentially, it's kind of what it does.
And then the other time-based spell, which is going to be kind of situational, but if it, play, if a creature fails saving throw, I can move it to the end of the turn order.
Oh yeah, you can move someone's initiative, which is pretty crazy.
Which would essentially let us go twice before their next turn.
That's freaking cool.
That's actually
Yeah.
really awesome.
That's a really good one.
And
Wow.
if we have somebody attuned to the time staff, we can impose disadvantage on that saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And wait, so is there's no benefit to us being attuned to the staff of oaths now, right? Not really. There was a +1.
You still get the +1, right?
So we get the +1 for
About to AC.
+1 to the AC. So if you unattune, you lose the +1 to the AC.
Okay. So I'm thinking if Greg doesn't want it, then doesn't want the staff of ages. That's one we actually definitely should be attuned to.
Fino can stay attuned to it. That's one of the things he's attuned to. So
The staff of ages?
I attune.
Okay.
Yeah, his third thing was the amulet. So he just gave it to Cyrus in the chain ceremony. So it's cool.
The other thing, Manny, about the dire warning spell, at some point in the future, you'll figure out what those 6 words of warning or fruitful avenue meant, or what it was supposed to be about, and you have to take 10 minutes to send that message back to your past self.
That's so Raven.
So if it's like,
Oh yeah.
don't go to the pub on a third day. When third day comes and the pub burns down, you're like, holy shit, and sit down for 10 minutes and send that message back to yourself of don't go to the pub on a third day.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's
Cool.
so
So
Raven.
the way I interpret that is, well, no, because I guess you can cast it every week, and eventually all those will end up mattering.
Right.
But yeah, so just keep track of when you cast it and what you heard, and I'll probably be able to tell you, okay, so now you know why. So at some
I
point,
gotcha.
make sure you sit down, take 10 minutes just to send it back.
I will start their own page for
Dire
look at
warnings.
those. Right? But no, my spell list is massive now.
Yeah.
I think I got